all up and running. So welcome to League of Ireland Tier 4 LOI Wheelo podcast number 2 here. Welcome to have you, Wheelo, and alongside me, Cope. What I could have called you, Cope. What could I say? Cope, that's a good one, Wheelo. Colin B, LOI Colin B 289, and myself, LOI Big Slater. So welcome, Wheelo.
Yeah, I think it was only fair that he had to have the two fan favourites first on the podcast anyway, so
that's it. That's a good call. And I'll have everybody on, don't worry. I'll have everybody who signed up to the podcast, and
I think the best one yet's going to be Slater, Colin and Bear Grylls.
Yeah, we'll focus on you now, Wheelo, because we're all excited to hear you. So where could we go? We could go with, right, Wheelo, you're in F1 League of Ireland, as I should say, League of Ireland F1 since Austria season 4 you began. What made you get into League of Ireland, and what made you get into league racing as well?
Yeah, well, as I said, I never actually knew about it, and I'd never seen a race prior to when I was in it. And obviously I played the old games and the PlayStation 3 and stuff, but I watched obviously the esports, and I was like, yeah, that's good fun, and maybe one day I could be like that. And then obviously you told me you had a league race, and then I was like, yeah, joining. So it's obviously, everyone knows I'm big into me Formula 1. I just thought, be something I could be good at and also enjoy as well, because it's obviously good to do at night time instead of you just watching telly or something. So
that's it. I agree there. Yeah, because I know you years now, and I knew you liked F1 as well for a long time. Since joining the game, actually, have you noticed big difference? Because before that you've only played on the PS3.
Yeah.
And I remember the old game. I think Colin does as well. But when you get a new game, you just forget about the handling model. But did you find a big difference between the V8 era there in like 2010, 11, 12 and 13 compared to today's one?
Yeah, obviously it's a lot of difference, because obviously there's a lot of different buttons you gotta press, and like obviously in the old one you wouldn't use mostly like a battery for more power. So
yeah, that's true, and obviously the fuel mix was, well, that was last year,
and obviously the fuel obviously would do it itself, so it wouldn't go down on you as much. So
that's true. So season 4 you came in Austria, tough race, you only had the game a couple of days. What was your expectations in the race, and what did you, as I said, once you don't get no damage and just finish the race, doesn't matter if you're 2 laps down or anything, just bring the car home safe, and you did. But obviously you have your own ambitions.
Obviously that was the goal, was to finish me and say, like, because obviously I don't know if many people have done it or do it, but for me I wanted to be in that category of completing a race on his debut. So
that's it. And did you have any, like, so coming through the season there in season 4, had a good few races left to get up to speed for season 5, but did that really improve from season 4 to season 5?
Yeah, it was just about just trying to finish every race and be as competitive as I can. So, because I knew then going into the following season, with a full season under my belt, it'd be a lot better for me. So
that's it.
The season 4 was just getting into the gists and working out the buttons and kind of pace and getting to know the tracks, really, because there's obviously some tracks that I wouldn't have raced on as well from previous games. So
that's it. And obviously then coming into season 5, you had the bad start to the season. You had you didn't finish in the points.
DNFs.
what was?
I remember the first ever points for me was great in a wet Spain. So
yeah, that what was like. Obviously, you had an ambition to get points. That was your goal at the start. It's just get me first points. Then you just like Colin B, like a points machine, just harvesting them in.
I think there was only 3 races last year. I didn't get points. Obviously, the first 2, and then I think it was Austria the second last one of last season. So
yep, that was it. Let's have it here in front
obviously,
of me.
though, it was a lot of obviously 4th, 5th, and 6th. So it was kind of nice, like being up there and rather than getting your 8th, 9th, and 10th. Say, you know, so
that's it. Yeah, and then you went on a little bit of a run, as Colin pointed out, that you started a week in between each other, correct? When I call him, was it?
Yeah, he said. It's actually no, it was 2 weeks before me. It was actually 2 weeks before me because he did Silverstone as well.
And
but we were in a similar type of position though, so.
And obviously, like you had your goals as well, Colin, get the top 5 podiums, and then try to get that race win. But like Relo, like you've improved as every race has gone by. You're improving. Like people, like when you came in and all, it's gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna. It's gonna be hard for you to get the points. Now you're scoring top 5s now, and they have multiple top 4 places. But podium is your goal. 100%, isn't it? That was your goal.
Yeah, the next one. To be honest, I think I should already have one. To be honest, but obviously when you know things. Obviously, as I said, I think I've probably won the unluckiest last season with getting hit and stuff, and probably costing me a podium. But I definitely think I should have had it by now. But it's what I'm working on. I feel like it's in me grasp, and it's just kind of slipping away. But you know, I'd love to say it'll come in Belgium, but I feel it'll be this season, hopefully. So if I get a bit of luck as well, it'll help. So because I've not had much of that over the course of the time I've raced. So
that's it, and
absolutely,
luck will come your way. You're not gonna always have bad luck. Luck does come. You could be the fastest driver there. You could be the slowest driver, but luck can still go your way. You know.
Yeah. Absolutely. And
even you do need it sometimes as well, even when you are even quick as well. But I 100%, as Colin says, it should come this season. Keep putting the head down and doing what you're doing.
Yeah, obviously last week was one of the best chances, but again got bad looking. So
you went
and probably a track I would never expect to get a podium on. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but sometimes it can work out that way. I mean, you write off a track, so then you don't put any pressure on yourself, and that's what happens. That's probably why you're so well legged. You put no pressure on yourself. You're there, I'm probably going to crash, and ended up you were very competitive in the race. To be fair, I was actually watching the race at the time.
Yeah, as I was saying,
competitive.
And as I was saying, it was great for me to be actually leading the race for a couple of laps there as well, because. That's obviously good to have as well, even if it's only a lap or 2 laps. But
yeah,
I can't remember exactly how much it was, but to lead before obviously I got the hit from behind was nice to be leading the race for a few laps.
That's it, and people do get they do, and even if they weren't leading a lap, they get satisfaction, and it's great for people like yourself. I've known people in the league, even leading at one opportunity at a corner. It means a lot. And it's crazy to think about. You don't realise it's very headstrong. For people to work on their goals step by step, and instead of jumping into the ladder. It's like Wheelo at the start and yourself at the start. I'm gonna jump in here. I'm gonna win races now. I'm gonna just get podiums and win races, not a bother. But it's good to have a little base format while you're having Wheelo, while you're predicting.
Yeah, that's it.
And obviously season 5 in tier 5 you had 4, I think, no points scored.
3.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
Sorry, I got an 11th in Mexico and I got the puncture.
Yeah, you were unlucky there.
You were on a little point streak actually with Austria as well near the end. I remember you just missed the points there. And what was the goal coming into that season? Any goals? Season 5 last season?
Yeah, I said for me, if I could finish top 5 in the championship, it would be great. Obviously, I was 6th. I missed, obviously, probably not getting points, and probably 2 of those races cost me the 5th. But the 6th was the obviously top 5 was the aim. Just missed out on it by a couple of points. So I think to be a couple of points off my aim was actually, I was happy with in the end. So, and I think it was for me as well. It was great to just be competitive as well and up around the 4th, 5th bracket, actually challenging for 3rds rather than challenging for a 10th, say, every race. So
that's it. And
yeah, absolutely.
Like before races, like, do you go on any practice routines or anything? Do you go through, or just do you zone out or anything, or are you going tunnel?
No, it's pretty much the same every race. Once the 5 lights go, I call it like my wheel zone now. Just focus and stay calm. And obviously, as you know, if I obviously I like to know a lot of questions, but for me it's just stay focused, and because I don't like to get distracted, because if I think about something else, I could spin the car, or I'm not looking, I could hit someone. So for me it's just, I just get in the zone and I focus, and I don't like being interrupted during it. So it's just like a zone I like to be in for the hour.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
do you want
that, I think.
Do you want to add anything on for that season, Tom, Colin? Do you have anything else?
No, I have nothing really to add. Obviously, we know what was the feeling. Obviously, we know obviously what was the feeling. Obviously, your aim was to get in the points. As soon as you got in the points, was there more of a relief there, or was it like, okay, next one now? How did you feel after getting your first points? It was the wet race in Spain, if I'm correct in that.
Yeah, I remember, I think I could have been 12th or 13th on the grid, and I just remember I got a great start, and I think around by the second corner I was 7th or something, and then
nice.
I just was, yeah, as I said, people obviously, some people know, some people don't, actually we paced actually quite quick in the wet. That's why I got the nickname the Wet Weather Wheelo. But I just remember, yeah, I got a nice overtake, I remember, in Danjo in that race, and then really good battle at the end. But I just remember when I got the first points, I was like, right, let's just keep it going. Obviously I got 6th in that, and I was like, let's go for 5th now next and move on from there. But it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was much of a relief. It was just like, right, I'm after getting it now, let's keep getting points for the rest of the year. So
excellent. And obviously that season 5, yeah, you were one of the only people to actually take part in all 3 tiers and score points, and you obviously won the All Constructors Championship for Ferrari last season. So how did that feel for you? Or
yeah, it was obviously nice. It was obviously nice to, you know, help the other Ferrari lads by getting the points in the 3 tiers, which I don't think many people will probably accomplish again. But
no.
Or just, yeah, look, it was nice to be part of a group that's won and all. You know, I'd love it done it, and hopefully, you know, you and myself and the rest of the lads can do it again for the Aston team this year.
Hopefully, that's what we'd like to think, but it's not going to be easy, obviously. But we'll give it our best shot anyway. That's all we can do. So
no, but I think we've got, you know, a good bunch of. I think we've got a good bunch of drivers in every tier in the Aston team. So
absolutely, I agree.
That's it. Like, and these are like it's.
As I said, the first week in Australia we had a great week, a bit of a messy one there in Monaco, but I feel like Belgium is going to be a good track for us. So hopefully, hopefully myself and Nando can start us off well there on Sunday night. So
hopefully.
And Wheelo, what was like now this season? So that was that season. What has been your best achievement last season, or since you've joined pretty much now? What's your best achievement in the league that you took as a good positivity?
Obviously, you know, the obviously getting the points in Spain was great, but for me, I thought it was probably the race in Baku last year, was because I had a quali ban and I was starting last, and I ended up finishing 4th, and I was like, right, if I can come from the back and get 4th, then I can definitely come from any place and get a podium. So I think to come from the back and get a 4th, you know, is quite difficult. But I'd say that, or getting them first points in Spain was great as well. But I think as well to score as many points as I did was probably great. But so if I can score more points than that and equal 6th in the championship this year, or go one better and get 5th, then for me that's a good successful season for me.
That's it. That's it. And obviously coming to this season, you had Australia there in round 1, got a P4 in the end. You jumped the position because you got that one removed, and you had with your race director and sent it into the admins. What did it feel like getting a P4 in that tier like that? That's just as good as a podium in tier 5 or a P2 in tier 5.
Yeah, I think it was probably my 5th or 6th fourth now. I'm getting a bit sick of it, but now it was obviously I know it's probably not a track everybody likes, but for me I think I got it because I just stayed clean and stayed out of damage. So that's for me. That's if I know myself, if I stay out of damage and stay clean, I will score points in every race this season, so I've no doubt about that.
That's it.
Obviously it's helped because it's the first time I've actually had a good start and got points on the board early, because last year I didn't get points. I think maybe it was the 3rd or 4th race, so
that's
your
it.
3rd race of the season.
3rd race, so yeah. So to get points now in the first 2 races this year, it's been a good start. As you said, a good 4th, and Australia ended up being 9th in Monaco, but should have been more. I think I wasn't helped in Monaco, but I take the 9th now. But in Belgium now, the game is more points. That's
it.
If it can be a top 4 or 5 again, then great.
That's all. I always think just positivity. You're going into a race, just as you said there. Once you're staying clean, that's all that matters, doesn't it? Because you have a goal there now, and obviously now you're going to get points every race. It's not a bad. It's very hard to do. Colin, you almost done it as well.
I must say that's every race I'm going to take part in, because obviously I'll miss one, but every race I'm going to take part in. I feel if I stay clean, I'll have points in every race.
That'd be a great achievement. That'd be a very good.
Be a fantastic achievement.
So alright, so you're going on to that, and any thoughts about Belgium now coming up here?
Yeah, obviously it's a good track. It's going to be good now to get to a track where we'll see a lot of overtaking, and obviously if you can start well, then you got a great chance. Obviously for me it'd be great if it rains, and that's great for me, because obviously I like the rain, as everybody knows. But if it's dry, as I said, if we can stay out of trouble the first corner, because obviously it can be a bit carnage there, but stay out of trouble first corner and stay clean, then I don't see why I can't get more points on the board to start the season off on a high.
That's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got there, so we're talking there, your goals, etc. As I said, what would it mean to win a world? I know you're building up the chain, but when you get to that point, what would it feel like winning LOI Wheeler World Champion?
Yeah, look, I think it's what everyone wants to race in this league for, is to win a championship. Obviously people might have goals, like you yourself did. You might have goals to win 5 and 4 and 3, but for me, Colin might say the same. If you win 1 and you're retired, I think you'd be a happy man. So
that's
absolutely
it. I think
obviously that's the goal in the end. But if it doesn't happen, then I'd still be happy with the success I've had in a league. Because if you get a podium in a race win, but not a championship, I'd still be happy.
That's it.
I mean, there's only one man in the league who won more than one world championship, so that shows how hard it is to do.
Yeah.
And for Paddy to be as consistent as he has been for so many years has been absolutely incredible. So that's how hard it is to do it. So it would mean everything, obviously, to me as well. But even to you, it would probably be one of the most popular championships if it was ever to happen, which hopefully one day it will do. But obviously this season now, you have I think you've got a very good teammate in tier 4 this season. You've got a buddy of yours, Nando, who you tend to work very well with anyway. So that I think the two of you could work very well together. Do you kind of see that as well, Guido? Or?
Yeah, I think he's been obviously unlucky in the first 2 races in Australia and Monaco. You know, not finishing or no fault of his own. I think he's been unlucky in them. But as I said, hopefully in Belgium, if we can start getting double points in every race, if it's possible, then you know it'd be great. Obviously, you know he's clean. Obviously, we can understanding, you know, where I'm not going to hold him up, he's not going to hold me up. That's why I said in Monaco last week, I know I was ahead of him and he's behind me. I said, look, if I'm holding you up, let me know. I'll let you go, because I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to affect his race more than mine. So
that's good to have, and obviously talking about your teammate and all, and you do play the team game both of us together, so looks good for the Aston Martin crew that are going to score points and work well as a team. That's how you're going to get good constructor points as well. And
yeah, as I said, I think he should have. I think, in my opinion, he should already have points on the board. So
that's it.
They'll come, though. They will come.
They'll come. And obviously, who's your biggest rival? Who is your biggest rival?
A rival, you could possibly say, because I think since I started, I've always had good battles. As I mentioned earlier, the one in Spain, I've always had good battles with Danjo. It's been very good battles, and obviously I must say it's been fair. It's not as if he's like forced me wide off a track or pushed him off. It's very fair. It's been always close. As you seen, we were close in the championship last season. I think every race we've been, probably I think bar last week, we've been close in races. So you know, he's good. I was happy for him. He got his podium. You know, he deserves it more than me, I think, at the moment, because as I said, I think last season we were probably, I'd say we were hit the most and probably the 2 unluckiest drivers in that tier, and I think the 2 of us should have had a podium last year. So
that's good, and it's nice you're saying that, and obviously you get along with him as well. Like, you just get along, and it's rivals, they don't usually get along, but used to, and it's nice to see good sportsmanship between you, and you are nice, yeah, and complimentary. Him and
obviously we want to beat each other on the track, but as I said, it's when we're close to each other, and like if I'm overtaking Danzo, I don't have to fear of, oh, he's going to hit me here. So, and obviously I'd hope he'd feel the same. So when if I'm trying to overtake him, so
yeah, that's it. And it's good to see, yeah, giving rivals good comments, and you just get along as well, because I still think,
yeah, he's probably been one of a few of the clean drivers I've actually raced with in a tier. So
yeah, that's it. And he got his first podium there, didn't he?
Yeah, last week he got his first one. So
that's yeah, like it's hard. Like, even Danjo, he's a very good driver, like, and it's just he got his first one, but like he's gonna walk up the ladder as well, like yourself, and it's good to see him that giving you good comments after the race, and it's good, and
very good to see.
That's it, and that's what I really have to say with the LOI. But one more question: where do you see the league going? Where do you, as yourself, because you're passionate in the league now, where do you think it will go in the future, and what do you hope it does in the future as well? What's the ambition?
Hopefully, you know, as I said, we can. I know it's 4 tiers, but I think maybe in 3-4 years' time we could possibly be looking at probably 6 or something, or 7, because obviously I'm sure there's loads of people all over Ireland who like their F1 and want to join. So as I said, you should obviously keep out on the social medias, because I think it's good as well if you're feeling down and you want something to do, and say whatever night you're racing, it's good fun, and obviously it's good. I think it's good actually, you know, say if you have a stressful day in work and you come home and you're racing and you say you get a good result, it clears your head. So I think it's good in a way for people to just relax and enjoy themselves. But I also, I think in maybe a couple of years, I don't see why you could have more than 4 tiers at the moment. So, and hopefully, the people who are in it now are still there by then. So
that's it. It's good to see, and
completely agree.
And as I said, like, big changes are happening next season, and we say that, but like I think us and all, like, we're all gonna have a Zoom call and all, but we're the biggest league in the country, and we have to be a bit more professional about it and serious about it, because there's people that want to join and they take up their daily lives to play it, like, and it's a lot of practice as well goes into it, and a lot of hours.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of people as well who like watching the Formula 1 in real life and how dramatic and fun it can be. So
that's it, like, and the TVs now these days, like, they're 4K and
look at it now,
and they're very good.
You got your football back, which is great, but to have the Formula 1 back obviously this weekend is going to be great as well, because you've missed it for the weeks it's been gone. So
that's it, I agree.
Because after the unexpected, you could say Hungary, or like, right, you kind of wish that Belgium's the week after. So
that's it.
Yeah, you'd love to see a race after Hungary and see what would happen with Bottas. Obviously has his penalty this weekend, so that'll be well, more importantly, Bottas for the World Championship, because that's going to be
you'd hope Perez is probably third or something there. So
yeah, we'll see. Obviously Red Bull, they may have to change the engine, or they've had things coming up saying that. So,
and hopefully the Aston, obviously Vettel and Stroll and the big man in the orange car have good results. That'd be a good Sunday overall, I think.
Absolutely. Obviously, big man, who's your favourite driver? Last of the late breakers himself, is it? Big man in the orange car.
Yeah, the Australian kangaroos, I call him in a car. He's like, for me, he's just, I don't think you'll ever see someone so late in the brakes, I think you fall in love with him well just because his personality outside the car of always laughing and like a joker, which you like, because you got some races obviously who cranky and a bit of a cock, but for me, I think Ricciardo's personality, I think, would win anybody over. And like me, if I had one world championship, need one world championship, for me that's life complete right there. So
very, very good. And obviously, speaking of sorry lads, my voice has gave up me there for a second, but speaking of world championships, obviously we have the big battle out front between Max and Lewis. So how do you see it going? I was asked this last week as well. How do you see the battle between Red Bull and Mercedes going?
Yeah, well, personally, in my opinion, I think Verstappen will win it. I think if you look, I know they say the last 2 races of, Silverstone and Hungary, but he should have had 25 points in Baku, so he obviously had some bad luck. So obviously you think, it's only 8 points. It's not as if he's trailing 20. So I think Belgium's going to be a good track for him, and then obviously he's going to have the full Dutch nation behind him the following week, and then hopefully in 2 weeks when I'm there in Monza, he has another good result, and he puts Hamilton under some pressure. So
yeah, absolutely, that'll be a great weekend for you down there in Monza. So enjoy that anyway when you get a chance to go down there.
Yeah, the first live race of Pinton. Hopefully,
really, brilliant. But you know what? I was there myself.
More to come, so.
Yeah, absolutely. I was there myself. It's absolutely brilliant. You will enjoy it. It's a great atmosphere, and if Ferrari are competitive, it'll be through the roof. That's the way it kind of works down there. So.
That's good. And then obviously we're done with the race, and obviously Daniel Ricciardo is your favourite driver, and obviously you're going to Monza. You explained, so I don't need to explain that part. You're going to an F1 race, but what made you like Ricciardo?
Yeah, I just remember, I can't remember the year, maybe it was 2010 when he started in the HRT. He was like, oh, this is a new lad here. And then I just remember in Australia, I think, in the Toro Rosso or whatever track it was, he got such an overtake up the inside. I was like, who's this lad like trying to move like this? Because I've never seen it before. And I just think his driving's good. He's a clean racer. He doesn't get many penalties. Doesn't really. Because I don't think he tries a lot of silly moves like some people would. And just personally I think he can get in a top car and win a championship. But as I said, even outside the car, his personality to win you over. But for me, just it's great to see someone. I remember it was in the Red Bull. Maybe it was Baku one year. He went up the inside of like 3 cars. Like, when are you going to see that? So I just think it was great.
That was fantastic. I remember that. That was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
won the race in the end, if I remember. So.
Yeah, I remember 2014 when he won his first race in Canada. It was like, this is going to be the first of many. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember he got a great move. I think it was Perez there to get into second. So.
That's it. And obviously, that's about the F1. Well, obviously, take it through what do you like doing, Wheelo, during the week? And obviously, you work and all, and you can say if you want, if you don't want to, what you work as. But what do you do is when you go through during the week and your hobbies and all?
Yeah, look, obviously, I work in a warehouse Monday to Friday, which is great for me because I always kind of wanted my weekends off. And then obviously, like, sometimes I like to come home and just have me relaxing days. But obviously I like me football, so I've obviously played for teams in the past, was great. Obviously I play as a forward, but I've kind of like a utility man the last few years, because I can play in a variety of positions. And obviously I like to keep my fitness up, whether it's going for walks or runs. And like obviously like yourself there, we like going for games of golf, which I like. And obviously I like Formula 1 to watch. Obviously passionate about watching my teams. Obviously, if people don't know, I love watching Leeds, very passionate about watching Leeds. And obviously, Rovers here, like, they're the 2 teams I like, so I like going every Friday night. Obviously we could play Thursdays, like tonight when we're in Europe, unfortunately doesn't work out in other games. But yeah, like, I like all them because it keeps me occupied. So, and then obviously like hanging out with the friends, whether it's in pubs, nightclubs, just general in houses, whatever. So
yeah,
what you see on over this headset is exactly what I'm like in person. So like Ricardo would say, always smiling, like consider himself a bit of a joker as well. So, and like, I kind of love being a fan favourite in the Discord. It's great. So
that's it. That's good to see. And obviously with Leeds and all, with the football, you're passionate. Where do you hope they finish this year in the Premier League?
Yeah, well, obviously I think last season coming up was great. 9th, highest ever championship team to finish. I think we won as many away games as any other team. So I think like me in this tier in the League One, I think it's like for Leeds just to like steps. I think they'd say like, let's finish again top half and finish like 8th, and then maybe the following season you push on for Europe kind of thing. So for me, I'd love to say I know we've had not a great start. Obviously got a good point against Everton, which we probably should have won that game in my opinion. So hopefully get a win against Burnley now on Sunday going into the international break. And after that, we've got a very exciting game against Collins Liverpool at Ellen Road. So for us, I think you look at last year, we were undefeated against the so-called Super League teams at home. So I know myself, we can put it up to the top teams at home if we can. Obviously people seeing at Old Trafford, if we can sort it out in away games, then I think it'd be great. But yeah, I think we'll definitely finish top 10, I think, again. But I think for me, if we can finish, I'd love to say 7th and get that Conference League, it'd be great. But if we can equal 9th or 8th, that would be for me great. So, but I'd definitely see us top half.
Yeah, completely agree.
Because we've got one of the best managers in the world. So people probably don't know Bielsa, but if you look at his track record, he's one of probably the best managers in the world, and who would have thought he'd come to a team like Leeds. So you think we were, I think he got so much credit for his job, because before he took over we were a mid-table championship team, finishing 13th, 14th every year, and then his first season, we finished 3rd and lost in the playoffs. It's that year we should have went up, And then last year, you know, we went and romped the league and won it by 10 points. So I think it helps when you've. But I think we're back where we belong now. A team like, you know, like Leeds, unlike every other team, mostly in the Premier League, where they're a one club city. So very passionate fans. I know that myself. Very passionate, one club city, and yeah, you got a load of, you know, famous Leeds supporters, and I think this season at home will be very tough to beat, because season having no fans, Ellen Road kind of help teams, but I think this year I don't think teams will like going there.
No, like from a Liverpool point of view, I didn't want to have Leeds away early on in the season for that reason. Like, and that's exactly it. Like Leeds,
you could see Everton even when they were 2-1 up against us, they were rattled. I personally don't think any team will like going to us this season.
Yeah, like I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what happened back in the day with Leeds, because when I was growing up myself, I would kind of see them and they were slumping down. So I don't really know the history of Ellen Road or whatever. Obviously, I've watched bits of it, but I haven't.
Yeah, I was only young the first time when they got relegated in 2004. I was still quite young, and I had to watch the torture. People think me as a Leeds fan, I don't need the torture championship. I had to watch us in League One for 3 years as well. So
yeah, there's that as well. So no, it's great to have Leeds back up again, and it'll be a tough one. With Liverpool in a few weeks' time.
As I said, for me, we've got to beat Burnley and get that first win on the board before the international break, and then win to the Liverpool game on a high. So, and if we, I think if we can play like we can do, like the game against Liverpool last season, in my opinion, should have got something at Anfield the first game, and then look, we went and got a point. Ellen Road probably should have won the game, so I definitely think we can take points off the top teams this season.
It'll be interesting to see.
If we keep a certain winger of Egyptian quiet, I think we might have a good chance.
Yeah, that's
just a message here. Ben Lowe put a message in the chat saying he wants the McLaren car on the stream. Ben, if you want the McLaren car on the stream, why don't you come along for a podcast at some stage?
Yeah, and talk about how you like taking championship leaders out, Ben.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
And how great it is being an Arsenal fan.
Oh, I enjoy that.
So so that's with the Leeds, and obviously with Rovers. Like, you're a Rovers fan a long time.
Obviously, I think I remember that. I remember bits. I remember my dad brought me to my first game in 2001. It was in Talca Park. We played Derry. I can't remember the scorelines. The only thing. So obviously I've seen us. The only thing I've never seen us do is a double now in the same season, unfortunately. But I've seen us win league titles, FAI Cups, great nights in Europe. It's great that they've been they're the most successful team in Ireland. They're the first team ever to get to a group stage. It's the longest unbeaten record ever in the Irish League. So it's great. Looks like this year now. Obviously, we're 3 points out of Pats. We've got 2 games in hand against Sligo, and another small team from North Dublin who Ben Ratcliffe likes. So I think we can win the league this year. That'll go to 19. Not many teams in other countries can say they've 19 league titles. And then obviously if we got Bows on Sunday now in the FAI Cup, which Rovers have won the most times, 25. So yeah, I think it's good, obviously. So yeah, as I said, I like going there every Friday night. Atmosphere is great. I love going to the away grounds. I like going down to Collins neck of the wood there and Turner's Cross.
Absolutely.
For me that's one of my favourite away trips. A great ground. Obviously it won't be this season. Hopefully next season they can get promoted and be back in.
Probably not this season. Probably next season, I'd say.
Hopefully back in the Premier Division, because I think like Leeds, Cork, for me, big club, deserve to be in the Premier Division. So it was only a couple of years ago they won the double, so now they're fighting to try and get back into the leagues. So it's obviously Collins getting what I've had with Leeds, obviously League One for 3 years. So, but for me, they deserve to be back there, and hopefully down to Turner's Cross again soon. So
Yeah, it's funny the way here we're getting on very well with Weedo here. Of course, when Cork City were to play Rovers, he'd be calling me a prick and I'd be calling him a prick. That's just the way it works out, like, you know. But
and hopefully, if we both get through the rounds in the cup this weekend, they could get each other next round.
We'll see what happens. Cork's never going to win that cup, so we'll pass this weekend. So that'll be tough.
Well, you beat the fake Rovers last round, and hopefully you can beat Pats. I know there's someone in the Discord, delusional Pats fans. Hopefully you beat them and it'll silence them.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we beat that small club from North Dublin, because I don't need Ben Ratcliffe on me face down on Sunday. So
we all hit the balls. I'll be honest with you, we all hit the balls.
Yeah, they're only as I said, they're the third biggest club in Dublin, because Shells are bigger than them. So
yeah.
Oh, that's it. So that's you're really passionate about, and I've no more really to say. We love. Could say Colin now.
No, I've nothing much.
But
just the very, very best of luck to this season. Hopefully we can do a job in the All Constructors. That's pretty much all I've got to say, really.
And hopefully it's the second year in a row for myself winning an All Constructors title. So
pick your winners in all of the tiers, Wheeler. What's your winners?
Oh, I know we didn't start well now, but I did say, I think I said Suddy in tier 1 to win it, and I actually did say Colin to get a podium, so actually I got on that. The other main thing is, I know he's listening for me, as I said, obviously everyone knows me and Tyne Spirit have a nice bond. He deserves, like me, I think he deserves a podium. He's such bad luck, so I think in tier 1 day, as I said, Colin's got his podium. Hopefully Farrell gets his podium.
He will too. I'm very confident he will.
Tier 2 looks close, you know. You got the likes of Josh is always up there. You know, I like Ben Ratcliffe. The only thing I don't like is he supports obviously that small team in Dublin, but you know, I think he's going to be very competitive up there. I think tier 3 is probably the toughest one to call. You know, you could say, you know, John and Adam, the two Ferrari lads, be up there. You know, so you know, and then tier 4. You know, I know Ben will probably want me to say him, but he's just happy finishing second, I think, this season in every race we're looking so far. So yeah, look, I think he should be up there. You know, he'll tell you himself. I think if he doesn't win the championship this year, he'll be disappointed. So
that's it.
And I must say, hopefully, again, another lad who hasn't had luck. I think Leo's luck will come this year as well with points in the podium. So just want to put that in.
That's good. That's good. Good sportsmanship there, Willow. It's good to have your insight, and it's a pleasure having you as well, Willow, and opening up. And
well, I enjoyed. Obviously, thanks for having me. So
that's it. And probably I'll have you in as the replacing Colin when he goes away, and yeah. I'll let him switch off because Colin puts a lot of effort into the league, and all I can say to him is just switch off and don't bother. That's all I say, and come back and enjoy himself. But that's all I'd say. Colin, anything else? No, done. So Willow, anything to say, Willow?
No, just tune in on Sunday and hopefully watch myself and Nando have a good race in the Aston Martin. So
there you go, and it's good to see. And obviously that wraps us up on the podcast too. But I'm off work tomorrow, so I might get someone else or two in tomorrow, just for that. But see what happens. So I'll probably get at least one in. But just be eyed out for a text message, and if you didn't give the thumbs up in the Discord, or if you're planning to join, just text me or Colin or any of the admins, and they can get us in contact. And yeah, so that leaves us there. So thanks for everyone tuning in, and thanks LOI Wheelo and LOI Colin B 289.
No problem.
So make sure to tune in tomorrow. We'll have another one tomorrow, and we'll give you a notice as well. But good night and God bless, and stay safe.